big black cat has been spotted racing through grassland in Ballarat, with some claiming it to be a panther, while others believe it's the work of a good Photoshop artist. For more on feral cats and how they affect the environment, Jack Gough from the Invasive Species Council joins us now. Jack, good morning. You've seen the pictures. What do you make of them?
Good morning. Well, I like you can't verify whether that's a good AI or it's a very large feral cat, but what I can say is that we know feral cat numbers are really high at the moment because we've had really good seasonal conditions over the last couple of years, and feral cats are one of the highest impact species in terms of driving some of the extinctions of Australia's native mammals. So this is, a timely reminder to people about the impacts of feral cats, about the impacts of roaming pet cats, because we know that about 70 to 80% of everyone's pet cats out there are allowed to go and hunt and kill native animals at night. So I think this video reminds us of just how serious feral and roaming pet cats can be.
What species in particular are vulnerable to roaming feral cats?
Well, we know feral cats, unfortunately, for our native wildlife are incredible hunters and they're incredible killers. And that means that a really wide range of species across Australia are at threat. So over the last, since Europeans came to Australia, there's been just over 30 native animal species that have gone extinct, and 25 of them, feral cats, were a large part of that extinction. And we know now there's, the greater bilby is directly under threat from pet cats. And actually, the federal government has said about 200 Australian species right now are at threat of extinction because of the impact of feral cats. And just to give you some pretty incredible figures, every year in Australia, feral and roaming pet cats kill over 2 billion of our native animals. And, that means this time tomorrow, there'll have been another 8 million of our native mammals, reptiles, frogs killed by feral cats and roaming pet cats.
Wow, that is quite a large figure, and I'm glad you raised domestic cats, pet cats, and the potential danger they pose. A lot of cat owners probably would not be aware of the danger their lovely tubbies can cause out there.
Yeah, look, as I said, they're incredible hunters and killers, and unfortunately about 70% of pet cats are allowed to roam, and some data that's been done using trackers has suggested that many cats that people don't think are getting out at night are actually getting out at night. And unfortunately, every year in our suburbs, a roaming pet cat kills about 110 native animals. So that's the native animals, and on top of that a number of non-native animals as well. But they're incredible killers, and it's actually quite easy for people to stop that. There are, really useful solutions in terms of catteries that people can have in their homes. Cats are actually safer when they're kept at home, but at the moment they are sending our suburbs silent because of the number of pet cats that are out there and the lack of clear government rules in most jurisdictions about keeping your cats indoors.
Okay, and finally, Jack, in terms of feral cats, what management procedures are in place around the country, and in your view, are they strong enough?
Well, we had a really good plan put together by the Federal Environment Minister Tanya Plibersek last year, and she actually declared war on feral cats last year. But unfortunately, no money was associated with that plan. So one of the big issues we know with this is Greg Hunt, when he was Environment Minister under the Liberal government, also declared war on feral cats and then put no money into it. We have that case now. So we're really looking forward to the budget coming up to see if the federal government will put some money where their words are, because we know we can eradicate feral cats on our islands and stop extinctions. We can have feral cat exclosures that protect some of our native animals, and we can have long-term strategic investments that start to reduce those impacts on threatened native wildlife if there is funding.